Hi everybody, so today is going to be the Schmidt's natural deodorant review. So Schmidt's contacted me and asked me if I was interested in receiving some of their deodorants, and of course I said yes. It's extremely difficult to find a vegan or a natural deodorant that actually works, and Schmidt's is both vegan and both natural, so it's got the broad spectrum of a sort of more holistic style beauty lovers. The thing about Schmidt's is that they have dedicated their entire line to completely raising the bar on natural and vegan deodorants so that you can have that same amazing defense against sweat, body odor, and whatever else may come your way. We kind of find ourselves, well, needing a little bit more than they all promise. When it comes to natural and vegan deodorants, we always feel that we're going to get maybe some odor protection, maybe some wetness protection, and at the very least, just a little bit of a safeguard between our clothing and our pits, or at least some amount of comfort level so everybody else doesn't have to smell it. Now, the thing about Schmidt's is that it is actually one of the top shelf vegan and natural deodorants since Crystal. So I'd like to get into why it is like right up there with Crystal deodorants. First off, Schmidt's is certified by Leaping Bunny, which is the standard I trust when it comes to all other standards. Leaping Bunny is definitely my go-to guide. When it comes to PETA, I'm not so into what they consider cruelty-free, mainly because they do sign on a lot of brands that have parent companies that test without an indicator that their parent company is testing, and they don't go through all the audits, the logistics. Leaping Bunny is a little bit more cutthroat and gets down to the nitty-gritty. So we know exactly who we're buying from, and it's really actually very fun to go on Leaping Bunny and see all these amazing cruelty-free vegan or natural brands that we probably haven't even heard of. Schmidt's is one of those. So where is Schmidt's made? Well, it's made right here in the lovely US of A in Portland, Oregon. Now, over here in the Pacific Northwest, right above California, is definitely a total hippie hipster sort of community within its own right. They are home of the Voodoo Donuts, all that amazing stuff. So they know what it takes to be an amazing vegan and have amazing vegan things. As for the ingredients, this is an all-natural formula that effectively neutralizes underarm odor and absorbs wetness. So rather than just suffocating your armpits with a ton of ingredients, it literally is just neutralizing it from the ground up so that you're not sweating or having body odor issues in the first place. When it comes to more commercial deodorants, you're essentially putting a band-aid on, suffocating your armpits, and possibly putting aluminum under your armpits and other cancerous ingredients. Now, what's really great about Schmidt's is that they are propylene glycol-free, aluminum-free, and they are paraben and phthalate-free. Parabens, as current research has been showing, are linked to cancer. They are a well-known preservative and inexpensive preservative in a lot of makeup brands, but they're finding other ways to preserve makeup. So I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, what is neutralizing or cutting the sweat or the odor? Well, it's probably something maybe you guys keep in the back of your fridge. It's baking soda. So baking soda will 100% help to neutralize odors without creating another perfumey scent or suffocating scents. There's also a little bit of shea butter in here, so you're not getting these horrible dry armpits sometimes when we shave without using a moisturizer, because let's face it, most of us don't want to put a moisturizer under our pits. So they have a tendency to be a little bit more dry, so there is a little bit of shea butter in here. Once again, baking soda is the second ingredient. That cancels it out. There's also arrowroot powder in here, cocoa seed butter, essential oils in some of the Schmidt's deodorants, which we'll go into in a bit, and then vitamin E and hop extract. What's really kind of cool, there's a couple ways to apply this. Number one would be the little spatula right up here on top, and I actually did wash it and put it back on just so that you can see the way the deodorant comes. So you would just take a little bit out of the pot with a little scooper so you can keep your deodorant nice and sanitary. And then you could just put it on your hands, of course, and then rub it underneath your arms. So for those of you who don't really want to rub underneath your arms, this is unfortunately the way that the Schmidt's deodorant comes. Let's get into the scents. This one that I'm holding here is Schmidt's Bergamot Lime, and as you can see, I've already touched it and played with it, and it smells like the best natural handmade margarita. Oh, it is good. This one is actually my favorite, and I love bergamot, which is actually a flower that blooms on an orange tree, and I love lime, and there's nothing better than a margarita with a hint of orange, and I think that's why I totally dig this one. The next scent in the bunch is sort of what I consider to be the masculine scent, and a woman can wear it too, especially if you are a woman who likes masculine scents. Go for it, absolutely. Cedarwood and juniper. I think there's something completely sexy about a girl who actually likes to use her boyfriend's cologne, perfumes, bath and body products. Some women prefer cologne to perfume, and I think that's kind of hot. And so this is really honestly unisex, but I could see as to why a man would really love it. The juniper, a little feminine. The cedarwood, supremely masculine and oh so good. It just smells kind of like a wooden, it smells like a wooden, God, what's the word? It smells like a wooden furniture store. Of course, the fragrance free. Smells like nothing. This one is extremely good if you are sensitive to scents, and some people are. Some people just get a burning sensation with essential oils, and some people refuse to wear essential oils. So we have a fragrance free for those. Ylang Ylang Candela. Ah, smells so good. But very faint. This one is quite feminine, but this one can also be fairly unisex as well. And this last one is Lavender and Sage. This is the aromatherapy of deodorants. And this sort of, to me, reminds me of Crystal's lavender white tea, but a little bit more aromatherapeutic. Yeah, this one, Lavender Sage, is my second favorite. I like Bergamot Lime, Lavender Sage, Cedarwood Juniper. Not the biggest fan of Ylang Ylang Candela. I happen to like scented deodorants. They make my day. I just love them. I love catching that little hint, that little whiff. So I'm not sensitive to essential oils, so I don't necessarily need the fragrance-free one, but it's a good one to have. Just have to have it. So yeah, that is basically how I feel about the Schmidt's deodorants. Also, if you don't have a little spatula, you can just warm up the deodorant with your fingers and apply it under your arms as well. I'll put a link in the bottom bar for Schmidt's deodorant, so you can go ahead and purchase online. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that. I'm just going ahead and reviewing these. Ingredients are on the back of the jars of all of these. You'll know exactly what you're getting. Application directions are on the back, where it's from, all that amazing stuff, and it's all black and white. There are no bad ingredients, no nothing else in these. So do I recommend these? Yes, these stand up to the test of Crystal deodorant once again, but this, of course, you don't have to stick it under water, melt it down. Also, the Crystal spray-on deodorants aren't as effective in my opinion. This one has its own little trick where you have to warm it up or scrape a little out, but all deodorants have a little thing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!